Hey guys, welcome back to another show and tell what the hell, and today we are going to be making a simple custom Stormtrooper Luke using the new retro, I'm going to say new because this could be dated, but the retro series Han Solo Target exclusive. So what we're going to be using is a retro, I guess this was from the Ahsoka or Book of Boba Fett Luke. And the reason I like this is for several reasons. Is because the head actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, this is from the old Kenner style or Kenner Jedi Luke mold, and the likeness to Mark Hamill is actually, I don't want to say dead on, but it's way better than what we have. So like I kind of wanted the other reason I wanted to use this, several of the reasons, is I think it's one of the better looking Luke heads, and also because we're going to be using this helmet. If you can see, like if I used another Luke head, it's just not going to really fit on the way you want it to, right? It's going to look, it's a little hard to put on. It still works if you want to use this Luke head, by all means, but I like this one. It's less snug and it fits on a little bit better. And the other thing is that the difference between this and the original Luke head, Jedi Luke from the original Kenner line, was that the mold itself was done in the hair color, and so what they had to do was paint the face. So now they molded it to where it's the flesh tone is the entire is encompasses the plastic here. So it's all. Is that the right way to put it? No, I just say that it was all molded in this flesh tone and then they painted the hair. Got it? Okay, cool. Plus, I like this little confused look on his head, on his eyebrow. It looks like he's like, What are you telling me, Han? What's going on, Han? 3PO. The tools that you're probably gonna need is, you can get your own little cutters if you need to. I love these. And you're going to need some boiling water, and not really boiling, we're going to do the boiling pot method. I've let it kind of sit for a while, a couple of minutes here, so it's not really hot. And we're going to find out actually how the peg works on this Luke. I'm not sure if it works the same way, because the original Star Wars line, the first Kenner figures, you would pull the head out and it was on a mushroom peg, right? So later on they had it to where there was a hole in the neck and like a little thingy. So anyway, the other thing we might need are some of these Lego pieces here, that I've already cut this one a bit, but this is what it would look like, and we'll see what we can do. It's a little experiment here. So let's dip this fella in here, and let's dip this fella over there, and let's give it a moment to sit while I gather all my tools. So we're going to try to get this out right now. And oddly enough, this is not like the original Luke body. It has a mushroom peg style head, which in a certain way is going to be a little bit easier for us. Just kind of wiggle it around a bit, and if it breaks the mushroom peg, that's fine. Oops, damn it, I just spilled it all. Shit. God damn it. Okay, well that was dumb, but just something we can learn from, right? So now here's something that's surprising to me. This Luke is actually on a mushroom peg. So let me show you real quick if I can find my Luke. I have a spare over here somewhere just to show you an original Kenner Luke head peg system. But in a way, this is going to be a little bit easier for me, and I'll tell you why. Now, we don't need this body anymore. We can use it for something else. So do what you want with it. But yeah, look at that. So the other ones would just pop off, and actually this was a bit of a challenge. So here's what we're gonna do. We don't need this Han head anymore. Get rid of that. And we actually don't need these little Lego pins, because here's what I'm going to do. Now, yes, you can actually try to put it back in, heat it up, and really like jam it in there. But what I prefer to do really is just kind of like snip off little pieces here so I can get it just right. Little pieces until it kind of fits, you know, to get the right fit. And you keep just trying. It's like a little trial and error. So I wonder if this will fit. Now it might be a little, you can kind of wedge it in at that point, and there you go. Isn't that cool? So now let's do the other test. Let's put the helmet on. Perfect. So there you have it. Sorry about the mess, guys, but you know, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. So I guess now what we can do is get this Luke here, give him a little gun, little rifle here. See, and the reason I wanted to do this instead of getting a traditional Luke, you know, Power of the Force Luke, is that the mold of the body is just different. So here you have your Han and Luke, and let's move the camera up so we can see them next to each other a little bit better. There you go. There you go. Okay, and there we go. And I set them up. I have Han Solo with a rifle and Luke with a little blaster there. And now I can have one hand free so they could be actually holding the helmets. And I really like it. And again, the reason I preferred, you know, getting this over a Power of the Force original Luke Stormtrooper is because the mold of that old toy is different from the new one. So I wanted to come up with a way cheaper method of doing it. I mean, of course you're going to be spending $60 for another set, but you know, you have several army builders in there as well. But yeah, I'm really satisfied with it. I think that it's a, first of all, easy way, and I may say also that it's probably the better looking Kenner style Luke figure. I mean, he still has that little part in the hair, and you can still put the helmet on. And it looks kind of goofy on him, the way it did in the movie. You can totally tell which one is Luke. But again, that's probably the best way to do that. Try not to spill your water like an idiot, like me. And there you go. 3PO! 3PO! Come in, 3PO! Workity bee! Yeah, this is going to be cool. Alright, folks. We'll see you all later on. Let me know also. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you want to try this out. If you have any other questions in the chat, I'll be happy to answer them. And since this is a new channel, I do appreciate, you know, if you add and like and the whole thing. I'd like to just separate all my show and tell what the hells into one channel, which is going to be this one. Take care, guys. We'll see you later on.